Life can sometimes knock you down, but one woman shows us you can always get back up as she's still riding high nearly 2 decades after being diagnosed with a disabling disease. Laura Kimball loves riding horses. In fact, she competes at a high level in the sport of barrel racing, finishing 8th in her division at the state finals this past weekend at the Alliant Energy Center. But 18 years ago, her future didn't look so bright. She was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, a disabling disease that attacks the central nervous system.
I was devastated. I was told by my doctor that to quit my job, sell my horses, and to collect Social Security, to apply for Social Security. He said life as I knew it would never be the same, and he said I would never compete barrel racing again.
Laura, of course, didn't listen to that doctor. She decided to fight, and she got some help from the folks at the University of Wisconsin and an experimental new drug called Copaxone.
I made the trip down to Madison to be tested for the drug and got accepted in the program, and started doing the Copaxone study in May of 1992, and it has been an unbelievable experience since then.
She has not had a single relapse since and has been able to live a normal life that includes riding her horse, Nurney, who Laura says is everything to her and who just happened to be born in 1992.
That was at the time of my life when my MS was acting up the worst and when I was at the low point in my life. So I think he was born to cross paths with me. It was destiny.
And maybe it's also destiny that Laura still gets to compete at a high level in her sport and be an ambassador to anyone out there who has multiple sclerosis.
The doctors can give you the diagnosis, they can make recommendations, but don't change your path, don't change your dreams. Go out and try to achieve them, live every day to the fullest.
And that's exactly what Laura is doing. Laura's actually from Appleton, but as you saw, Madison playing a big part in her life. She was, competed here in that event, and then also, was down here quite a bit as she was in that original study. And so far, almost 20 years later, seems to be working fine. She says really no effects of MS anymore.
Wow, that's fantastic. Yeah, because that's a rigorous sport too.
Exactly. She says a little fatigue sometimes, but mostly fine.
Yeah, well, I would be too.
All right.
Thanks, Matt. We'll be right back.
Matt Zahn has more on what has become WrestleMania.
He's a great person, great personality.
He's a very humble guy. I
noticed immediately that he's very intelligent.
His football IQ is really exceptional.
He's a great football player, has a really strong arm.
He makes great reads, smart player.
He's a perfect candidate for this type of a situation.
That's just a small sampling of the good things Russell Wilson's new teammates have to say about him. He's made quite an impression in his short time here in Madison. The senior transfer quickly won over his new teammates with his personality and his strong work ethic.
I think the most important thing is, putting in the work every single day. Do something special every single day in terms of my work ethic. And just be special. Don't do the average. Don't do good. Do great. Every single day. And that's my mindset.
That mindset is probably a good thing because Badger fans and really college football fans everywhere are expecting Wilson not just to be good, but to be great. And that's just fine with Russell.
And that's a good thing. You want to have that. You want to have the. People really looking forward to the season. That's a positive thing. But at the same time, we have to focus on us and what we need to do as a team. And once we do that, we'll do a great job.
Wilson's resume says the hype is well-deserved. His 76 touchdown passes in 3 seasons at NC State are the 3rd most in ACC history, behind only Phillip Rivers and Heisman Trophy winner Chris Winkie. He has a career touchdown to interception ratio of 3.6 to 1. In fact, in 2009, he set an NCAA record by attempting 379 passes without throwing an interception. His 8,545 career passing yards are 3rd most in NC State history, and it's more than any Badgers quarterback has ever thrown for. He's also rushed for over 1,000 yards in his career. And he's started 36 games. And that final stat may be the best quality he brings to the Badgers.
I think the experience is the main thing. I think that when the game's on the line, when it's loud, and when a lot of things are going on, just being cool, calm, and collective. I think that's the main thing.
He doesn't just have experience on the football field. Wilson has also played professional baseball, spending this summer with the single-A affiliate of the Colorado Rockies. It's an experience that both he and his new head coach say helps him when it comes to playing football.
He has been a professional athlete. He knows the pro side of sports, and that I think has helped him with his transition here.
It's a constant grind that you have to. There's a lot of ups and downs, in baseball, and so you have to truly believe in your game and all that.
Playing professional baseball, graduating from NC State in 3 years, transferring this offseason, and going through a personal tragedy. It's all shaped Wilson into the mature man he is at the young age of 22.
My parents, more than anything, taught me the right way, I believe, and taught me to do the things in the right way and work hard every single day. And all the things that have occurred in my life in terms of being drafted, in terms of being drafted in high school, being drafted in college, in terms of being able to go to NC State and graduate early, being able to come here, my dad passing away, just different things like that. It's a maturation time, and you really learn from that.
Russell's dad, Harrison Wilson, a former football and baseball star at Dartmouth, died last June. But his words of advice live on in Russell every day.
My dad always told me, there's always somebody trying to compete against you down the road, whether if it's in NFL, whether if it's in college, whether if it's in the business world. So, I think that, my mindset of, working really hard every single day and putting extra work in the film room and all that is a positive.
With everything Russell's been through on and off the field, any chance he'll be nervous for his first start as a Badger tomorrow night?
Nah, I won't be nervous. I'll be good to go. I just be excited. I'm excited to play here for the first time. I'm excited to see what the fans are like, and it should be a good game.
And Wilson says he has the entire playbook down. He probably should by now. He says he's been spending about 10 to 12 hours a day outside of practice studying the plays. Doesn't leave a lot of time to spend with his fiance, but he says she is very understanding. For the Badgers Kickoff Special, I'm Matt Zahn.